We do begin tonight with breaking news. We have reports coming into our newsroom tonight of the largest fentanyl bust in U.S. history. We do have breaking news just coming into our newsroom right now. According to the Yuma Union High School District, a student was making threats against Cibola High School today. We're talking about airlines like the small Hawaii-based airline Mokulele Airlines that flies round trips from the airport I'm at right now. Well, in health news tonight, if you reach for a snack while sipping a beer or sipping a glass of wine, you are not alone. But why is it that the more you drink, the more you eat? And the biggest problem is, unless you learn to fly in the military, it costs a small fortune to take classes and get certified. So it's currently 3:19 in the morning right now. We are on the American side of the San Luis port of entry. I remember I failed my driving test like 3 or 4 times until I passed it in the U.S. because in Brazil you have to do it manual. It's manual driving, so it's a little tougher there.
This makes so much sense now when I drive with you. Thanks for watching.
Have a good night. Let's take this 2004 Ford Ranger as an example. A car ADOT says would typically be seized in a curb-stoning operation. Mexican President-elect Andrés Manuel López Obrador has been traveling the country, thanking those who voted him into office. This is Barbara Rochester. She is with the Crossroads Mission. On a regular day, they serve around 450 meals a day. In Russia, you don't attack bear, they attack you.
I can't.
We have breaking news coming into our newsroom right now. We just heard that there is a high-speed chase heading towards Yuma, heading east on Interstate 8 with a gold Hyundai Elantra, and it's being pursued right now by California Highway Patrol. Several threats were made all across the country to unspecified locations with the same initials as Cibola High School, CHS. In fact, there have been dozens of cases this year of agents attacked by people trying to cross into the country illegally. Well, new tonight, Arizona Governor Doug Ducey got a first-hand look at the drug tunnel discovered inside the old KFC building. Now I'm going to take you inside one of the many beautiful kitchens here at the Yuma County Fair. I'm not going to tell you where this one is. You're going to have to come here and find out for yourself. Red Cross volunteers from Yuma are driving to North Carolina right now to assist with any possible hurricane relief operations. They are in Oklahoma right now. The New River port of entry in Calexico has been open for 36 hours now, and drivers across the border are very confused as to where exactly they're supposed to enter the country from. So in the second part of our Lockdown and Loaded series, I spoke to local school and law enforcement officials on how a school threat made in another state found its way to the desert Southwest and the entire country. This little thing right here that looks like green pea is actually the very early stages of a date. Thank you for staying with us tonight. In health news, we want to tell you about a very dangerous insect that's making a comeback in some parts of the country, including Arizona. It's called a kissing bug. The most special probably of all of these cars is the one they're raffling, and I'm standing next to this orange beauty right here. This is a 1966 Chevy C10. Police in Brawley are saying 3 teenagers robbed a woman in Brawley over the weekend using a fake gun and a knife. Tragic news to report tonight out of Sealy in Imperial County. The Imperial County Sheriff's Office is telling us a man murdered his wife and then killed himself. Yuma native Andre Munoz is going through that process right now. He's currently at the Arizona State University Flying School after getting his private pilot license here in Somerton. And now to our other top story. A 19-year-old woman living in Phoenix seemingly vanished after leaving work. She hasn't been seen or heard from for more than a week now. We are here at Harkins Theater for the premiere of Avengers Endgame. We have been here all day. It's been a fantastic day. This is a time a lot of people, including myself, have been looking forward to. In crime news tonight, you may have seen a large police presence on 32nd Street today between Avenue 4E and Avenue 5E. And that is because Yuma County Sheriff's deputies pulled over a car and found narcotics inside. Well, just last year, Arizona saw an alarming increase in the number of opioid-related deaths. Numbers from the Arizona Department of Health Services show that from June 2017 until now, more than 1,600 Arizonans died from a suspected opioid overdose. We want to honor someone very special here for the KYMA family sitting next to me right now. You guys are probably wondering who this is. This is our technical director, Eric. He is the person that literally makes KYMA, makes this happen. He's the one that puts all these little CGs, all these numbers all over the place. And I think that in life, just like in this industry, we need to honor the people and remember the people that are behind the scenes and the people that make this happen. So Eric has been with us for almost 3 years now.
Yes.
He's off to bigger and better things. I just wanted to say, Eric, it has been one of the absolute pleasures of my life working with you. And he, you know, just like all the other Mexican fans right now, are very optimistic that they will be able to clinch this quarterfinal qualification. So, entonces, Juan, la pregunta que te digo ahorita, tú ¿Qué piensas que va a ser el resultado final, el placar?
2-1, favor México.
He thinks it's going to be 2-1 to Mexico. It's a staffing crisis in the sky. Not enough pilots to fly the increasing amount of planes in the air.
The pilot shortage is here. It is reaching crisis proportions very quickly.
For passengers, this could mean more delays, more cancellations, fewer flights, and even higher fares. At Yuma International, the pilot shortage hasn't affected the airport directly, but it is one of the many reasons that have forced them to shift their operations over the past few years.
For us, the impacts happen on the regional side of air service as pilots time out or they have delays. Then what happens is we're on the back end of the service providing part of it, and so sometimes we see the delays happen, which leads into customer satisfaction. You know, they're like, we can't get in and out of Yuma as quick as we want.
By timeout, Brown is referring to the baby boomer pilots, around 50% of the pilots flying now who are closing in on the mandatory retirement age of 65.
That has drastically created issues as we have turnover and attrition happening because of age.
And the airlines most affected are those small regional airlines. We're talking about airlines like the small Hawaii-based airline Mokulele Airlines that flies round trips from the airport I'm at right now, the Imperial County Airport in Imperial, to Los Angeles International. We're also at a time where people are flying like never before, 4 billion worldwide and rising fast, but also a time when there is a shortage of pilots like never before.
We are facing an unprecedented demand at a time when supply is at an all-time low.
A time that demands for pilots like 31-year-old Mokulele Airlines pilot Shane O'Brien.
I have seen definitely the demand and job opportunities for pilots coming in out of training, and certainly all the way up to the major legacy airlines hiring more and more each year.
The problem is, unless you get trained in the military, the process of getting your commercial license can cost a small fortune. Yuma native Andre Munoz is going through that process right now. He's currently at the Arizona State University Flying School after getting his private pilot license here in Somerton.
So at the end of the 2 years at ASU, I'm looking to be in debt about $120,000.
And the starting pay isn't always attractive. Regional airlines start with a salary of around $50,000, whereas the big airlines pay around $113,000. But a price those wanting to live in the sky are willing to pay.
I can't picture myself doing any other career. I've always wanted just to fly airplanes.
For Brown, however, that money is not a cost, but an investment into your future, and she thinks the solution lies with our kids.
I think what we need to do and focus on so that the industry itself can backfill as we have retirement is to almost bring to the attention and have some awareness to get those who are in grade school and high school interested in the occupation.